Hi, my name's Matt and welcome to the Open Mic Room. Each episode I'll be chatting with different guests to share some stories and discuss their music. In today's episode I'm joined by Vix of Vix and the Bleeding Hearts. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Chill. Had a few connectivity issues, didn't we? But
So, I wanted to ask you a little bit about your band to start things off. You're a 5-piece band from Colchester. How would you best describe your genre?
well, on our page we've listed ourselves as indie pop, psychedelic rock. But in hindsight, that's a very quite a mouthful, isn't it? I think it's more like hippie rock. Like everyone always comes to our gigs and says, "Oh, you should be up on Woodstock."
Right,
So,
okay.
so we're just we're kind of like hippie rock. We play a lot of different things that are mashed together because we like to play what we want to play, whether it's jazz, funk, reggae, rock, it's kind of what we like playing. We mash it all together and we like to play live. And most of our sound is pretty much a live sound. So,
I definitely get that feeling. It feels like you're listening to you playing live. I like to start with a section called If We Only Heard One Song to best summarise you.
mm,
What would that song be? And I know that's really difficult for you because you've got such a variety of styles.
yeah. Well, oh, that's a hard one. I
I've got a
definitely
few.
think, yeah, I'd say, well, my personal one would be, first of all, Teenage Love Affair. That just seems to be the one everyone loves. It's the one that kicked it all off. It's got good kind of little storytelling in it, And, but then you got some of our newer stuff like Brighton Boy, which is a little bit more edgy, but it's got a bit of funk in it. And it's got, I don't know, it showcases a lot of the artists and in the band and what they do.
My favourite two, I put down Heart Bleeds Lonely and Energy. I thought,
Yeah, a lot of people like those. Yeah, they're really energetic and as the name suggests. But
yeah,
yeah,
Energy, there's bits where you're barking in between the verses, which I think shows your sort of fun side as a band.
yeah, I lose control sometimes and I make these random noises,
Right.
and
I love that you kept those in.
because it's live. Yeah, it just adds to the kind of flavour that we produce. We like to produce stuff live and capture that studio because for us it's the energy that we get when we play together. We don't quite get it when we multi-track stuff.
Okay.
It's not that, obviously we can do it, but when you multi-track it takes a lot of the fun away from it. And for us, the fun is playing together.
Right. Okay, so that's all recorded at like one take.
Yeah. So it's one take, except there were some sessions where we had to dub in a bassist and stuff, some backing vocals. 'Cause me and the drummer and the bassist were doing the backing vocals, but we didn't do them at the same time as the live because it would be too difficult to record all that and not have the microphones feedback or bleed.
The
Yeah.
quality of the recording is so good, and your band, all of you sound incredibly talented. How did you all come together?
Um, so actually, we met on the jam scene in Colchester. So there's several jams in Colchester, and so me and well, first of all, it was me, a guy called Tom Oliver Bailey on the bass, and Tyler Baker on the drums. And so what happened is I was meant to be playing Cosmic Puffin Festival in 2022. I was also running the stage there,
As a solo?
and as a solo.
Yeah.
And I said to the organisers, would I be able to bring a band with me? And they said, yeah, sure. And I've got 2 weeks to find a band.
Right, okay.
And about a week before the gig, I approached the best drummer I knew and the best bassist I knew. And I said, you two, would you like to be in a band with me, right? I'm playing Cosmic Puffin next week. So they said, yeah, we'll do it. We met up and we had 3 days worth of rehearsals to run through everything. And
no songs at
then
this point.
I had songs, so I had songs. We just had to learn them.
Yeah.
And I said, these are the songs. Just do what you need, and we made magic happen. But we didn't become a 5-piece till like maybe a year or two down the line, where we met Ian Fulcher, who plays the keys for us, and Ian Sycamore, who plays the guitar.
Right, 2 Ians.
We have 2 Ians. That's confusing. One's Ian F and one's Ian S as well, which sounds so similar.
I see, yeah.
But yeah, confusing. But yeah, we played our first gig at Cosmic Puffin. Everyone actually really liked it. It was a very interesting weekend. I don't know if you ever heard of Cosmic Puffin or went there, but it's quite an interesting festival.
What slot did you have?
So I had the slot on the Sunday, and it was on the Peace for People stage. And the interesting thing about it was that whole weekend I was not myself. I was really out of it, and there was a body painting happening in Peace for People. So obviously all the ladies were like, let's get our tops off and get painted up, right? And so I had my top off and got painted up, and I loved it so much that I went and performed just with my top off and this body paint and my guitar up here.
So that was your first gig as a group?
Yes, it was. And it really set the tone for the rest of it.
One to remember. Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you want people to feel when they're walking away from one of your shows?
Have a good time, peace, love, and rock and roll, you know? Like, that's, for us, that's it, you know? We want people to go away feeling more love for everyone and just being chill. And, like, a lot of, I suppose, what we like to be on stage is like, look, guys, don't matter who you are, let's stop the world from fighting. Everyone's fighting right now. Let's calm the fuck down and have a good time, you know?
You are such a happy band. I've really enjoyed listening to you the last week. It's been putting me in a good mood. So to finish that section, if we're giving people one song to listen to I think it's got to be one of your energetic ones. Perhaps Energy.
Definitely. Energy's a good one. I really like Energy. And again, Heartbeat's Lonely.
Heartbeat's Lonely.
Or even My Heart Is Occupied. That one's got a really cool guitar solo at the end with Ian on the guitar. Plus, it's also, I jump on the piano on that one, the last bit.
Really?
Yeah, so that piano bit is actually me on the last half of the song.
Oh, impressive. A Heart Bleeds Lonely I've written down here. It references the Bleeding Hearts. So is that where the band
Yes.
comes from? So that might be a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's where it came from. Because we were trying to think of a name, because we were Vix in the band, right, for a while. And I was like, well,
It's a
not
bit
really
boring,
that
isn't
great,
it?
is it? The band, you know. So we went for Bleeding Hearts
That's
and
great.
came
And
from
then
that lyric.
that kind of runs into some of your songs, which we might come
Yeah.
to. Okay, so I'd like to bring the mood down a little bit with the next, talking about the next song,
Mm,
um, which is hard for you. I call it the Sad Song Society because I'm on a mission to make sad songs cool. Um,
yeah.
you, but you haven't got too many particularly sad songs. Maybe
Not too many, no.
no. Um, I've put down "Bury Me, Heart in a Jar" and "Are You Looking for Love."
Mm,
Those are particularly they're maybe your
yes.
slower songs.
They're slower songs, you know. Like with the band, I haven't done too many sad songs, but those two songs are quite heartfelt, especially the Bury Me song. That one, originally, I played it acoustic, and I always played it acoustic. And when I showed it to the band, I said, we can actually make this work as kind of like a ballad kind of song. But yeah, that one, for me, the first time I played that at an open mic solo, I cried. I
Did
was
you?
going through a very difficult time, yeah, with a friend. So
So what is that song
that one,
about?
I'd recently, I had a friend that I lost physically from this earth, but I'd also had a friend that I'd lost just emotionally as well. It's
Okay.
going through a lot of best friend as well, and obviously in those couple of years after that, I had lost quite a lot of people in my family, right? So it's just the last few years has been that's kind of been a defining thing.
Mm.
So when I wrote that, I was in that kind of headspace already, and I needed to get stuff out. And there was this song rattling around in my head, and I got all these pieces of paper and wrote loads of lyrics, but they weren't in order. And then I put them in order as I played the song, cut a few out, and played it at the open mic, and everyone was like, "Wow, love it!" You know,
Mm.
it really moved people.
It was one of the songs when I was first listening through your album that stood out.
Mm,
Yeah, it's a powerful song. But even a subject like that, you make fun. Sort of
yeah,
putting my heart in a jar is like the bleeding hearts kind of
yeah, exactly.
style. I like it. What about Are You Looking for Love? What's that one about?
That one is that song there. I remember when I wrote that song, and I was pining after a guy,
Okay.
and I thought it was going to be unrequited love, and but it was partly about the other guy as well, because I could see he was down in the dumps, and he was looking for something. Like many people were in my life at the time as well. It was just after the pandemic. Everyone's lives got a bit fucked up, and everyone was looking for something. And same with the Heart Bleeds Lonely. Like
Mm.
everybody's asking, there's something in the air. Um, there's a lot of this kind of looking for something more, and that's what that song was about as well. Are You Looking for Love was about that kind of situation, and seeing not just in people I knew, but people everywhere around me. And I was like, this is a song that just came as I was playing the piano. I could hear the melody, and I was thinking, and then it all came to me as I started playing it. It's like, yes, it makes sense now.
Hey there, how you doing now? Are you down in the dumps? Are you sad or are you lonely now? Are you looking for your love? I see you on that sofa now with those sad old eyes. Oh, I know I want praying to the gods that you don't understand now. They're gonna go a little stuck in your head, my man. I see you talking to the ghosts in the wall. They don't really go and say nothing at all. Nothing to soothe those sweet old ears. I can tell you've been hurting now for a long, long time. Oh, come on, baby, won't you give me your heart? I wanted you right from the start. Come on, baby, won't you give me your heart? I want you to be mine. I said I ain't got no money, I ain't got no fame, and ain't got nobody to hold for the rest of all my days. And if you need a friend now, come on, stop this way. Whoa, I know there will be that in the end. Well, all night, oh, darling, do you know what love is? Oh, so many don't really know the truth. What it down, no, no, no. Darling, do you know what love is? It's a word that I'll only use for you. I can tell you've been hurting now for a long, long time. Oh, come on, baby, won't you give me your heart? Now I want it right from the start. Baby, won't you go and give me your heart? I want you to be mine. I said I ain't got no honey, oh Lord, ain't got no shame, ain't got nobody to hold for the rest of all my days. Oh Lord, if you need a friend now, come on, stop this way. Oh no, no, I know we'll be there in the end. Oh no, 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 no. What a I know that we'll be there in the end.
What's a lyric you've written that still sort of hits you every time you perform it? Obviously, you had that moment where you sung "Bury Me" at a open mic, but is there a specific sort of line that still hits hard?
For me, I think the line would be the one from "Bury Me," and I don't know. It's more like a verse. It'd be that third verse, but
Yeah, how does
I
that?
think it's that whole third verse
Yeah.
because it goes, "Forgive me, Father, O Father, for I have sinned. When I leave this land, all my lights are dimmed.
Right.
My only living regret is not living on a whim. So your heart is just like mine. I'll take it on the chin, you know?"
Yeah, brilliant songwriting. Who?
Thank you.
How are the songs formed for your band now? Is it a joint effort? Is it mainly you?
So originally it was mainly me, but once I started bringing the band in, I gave them all the free rein to just add their own little flair into it because I know they're all good musicians. Like, for instance, I'm not a drummer. So there's no point in me telling a drummer, do this, because I know they'll do whatever they need to do so much better, you know? Um, so there's this collaborative effort to build a sound, and we crafted it over time because, like, it definitely evolved as we played together. And in the newer stuff is almost like we're just jamming it out sometimes, and then something comes out, you know, and I'll be like, this is what I want to sing about, and Ian the guitarist will go, here's some chords, and I go, like it, and then we'll start doing that, and then I'll go, oh, but it sounds like it needs to do this here, you know, and like with Brighton Boy, you know, and then we'll jam it out, and then we'll look at each other in amazement and go, wow, that's cool, you know, that's staying in the set.
So you know when you've got one when you get that feeling.
Yes. Yeah.
Got two new songs out at the moment, Brighton Boy and Your Love Keeps Me Alive. Are they
Yeah.
part of a new album coming out?
So I think they're just going to be a standalone, but we have got a new album in the works,
Oh, you have.
and we want to go. We have, yeah.
Exciting.
We've got whole host of new songs, and we're taking a little bit of a different direction to the first album. We don't want it to be entirely the same, so it's obviously still going to have our flavour, but it's going to be a slightly different direction to the first. So it's not all going to be about love and hearts. We're still going to have the peace and love, but we want to, you know, try new things with it, push the boat out a little bit more. Now we know how the process is working for us. You know, we can push it a bit and do more with it. So never stay the same, you know.
Oh no, keep moving. You've just played Colchester Arts Centre, is that right?
Yeah.
Which was you were one of the two headlines for a charity event there.
Yeah.
So that's a lovely venue. I've seen a few
Oh, it's
concerts
awesome. Yeah, the stage is so big. It's like a luxury when you're an artist to have a stage that big.
there. Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, there's a capacity of about 400, and some famous acts have got their starts there. Coldplay played there in April 2000.
Yeah.
The Killers in July 2004. Libertines, Strokes, and Ashball played there as well. So how was that playing there?
Yeah. Oh, it was awesome. You know, like I just thought to myself, because I've seen so many famous people. That even on Tuesday, I was there seeing Chesney Hawkes, and I was like, I've been on that stage where Chesney Hawkes is, you know. But like Blur played there recently, and you're just like, wow, it's kind of an honour to know that this is a stage that, you know, real people play, and it's so high up, and you're like, wow, I can see everything, you know, except when the lights are there, then you can't see nothing. But yeah, it feels, it elevates you emotionally as well as physically, you know. So you go on, you're like, wow, this is proper, you know, this is proper, I feel proper, you know.
I bet you sounded great in that venue.
Oh yeah, we did, like the sound engineers. I know on that night we had Liam Hooker. Oh my God, he's just a godsend. You know, he loves good sound, and he gets good sound out of his artists.
Yeah.
So big ups to Liam Hooker.
Has that given you a flavour of playing more gigs like that and bigger, even bigger?
Yes, it has. Yeah, you know, and this year we've got quite a few lined up. So we're off to Southend, we're off to Chelmsford, Malden, and Dublin Castle in London, Camden. So,
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're my way in April. You're playing at Madison Heights.
Yeah, come along. It'll be fun.
Where are you playing in Chelmsford?
Hotbox.
At the Hot Box. Ah, cool.
Yes. So very quirky venue. I don't know if you know, but there's like a little £5 button on the wall, and you pay £5, press the button, and then you get to choose all the alcohols randomly. So it does like a little button, and you go, oh, I've got this interesting thing. Yeah, so it's a really cool venue.
Yeah, I've been in there a few times, but I must have missed the button. The third song I like to be a wild card. At an open mic, would you like to finish on? Which one do you enjoy playing most, really?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. I really enjoy playing. Of all my songs, it's got to be Heart Bleeds Lonely.
Everybody is asking, and there's something in the air. It's tempting to give out, but not enough to share. They all want in love, but they never want slow. When my heart it bleeds out, I'm feeling no. He said, why is life so tough and lonely? You know I'm not the one and only. There's nothing else that you could show me. An empty bed, you know it don't feel homely. Da 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 da. Oh, drown your sorrows and your loneliness in a bottle of booze, and your tired laces up when you try on my shoes. Oh, you're so empty, you devoured yourself. You became a whore. Well, then deep down, I know you really wanted much more. Well, then, if you want it, I'll give it to you. Yes, you know that it won't be very true, so you better wait at the back of the queue. Yes, you're growing on me like a summer mildew. La da 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 da. Oh, yeah, I'm a bleeding heart in an atrium of love. A ought to know so much better than to push and shove, but to everyone around the sex they had became so liberal. Yet I want that connection, so call me traditional. Oh, I gave it all, but they never reciprocated. I found myself getting more frustrated. Makes my feelings so complicated. Being alone, you said it's okay.
really love Heart Bleeds Lonely.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you often finish with that one?
Not always. We've recently started finishing with My Heart Is Occupied,
Okay.
because I was speaking to a friend of mine, and he said, "Why don't you play My Heart Is Occupied at the end of a set?" And I was like, "Because you should." And he said, "You should always play your best song last and your second best song first." And I was like, "Right, okay." So recently we've incorporated that advice in, because I suppose it makes sense, right? You want to leave the audience hanging on afterwards and going, "Wow," you know. So, but Heart Bleeds Lonely, I've always liked for its upbeat energy, gets people dancing.
Brilliant. So that first album was released last year, and there's another one in the works. It sounds like it's all been highs so far. What's been the hardest moment in your music journey so far, if there's been any?
I think the hardest part is finding time. I've quite a busy life.
Sort of juggling work and music.
Exactly. Yeah. Once you become 30, it's like really hard to juggle jobs, family, music, house, and then meanwhile, my other half is running open mics and stuff that I help him with. I mean, I've got a bad back as well, so that's been a big hindrance, because like I struggle with that one.
You turn 30 and it all goes wrong, doesn't it?
Exactly, it all goes wrong, your body starts falling apart. A pharmacy technician as well, so I'm training to become a qualified pharmacy technician. So that takes up so much time as well, because I've got exams and units to write. So it's juggling everything. And for us as a band, like we struggle to promote ourselves so consistently because of it, you know. And half of us are, no, almost all of us, except for Tyler, are the age where we don't quite understand social media enough. But Tyler, he will understand it instinctively, you know. So half the band are like, "Oh, we just don't get doing all the social media stuff. I know how it works, but it's just never been me."
Well, that's one of the positives of being a 5-piece, I guess. You've got different skills coming together. I was speaking to a solo artist last week, and he said sort of recording the music is 20% of it, and then it's everything else.
True. Yeah. It's one of the banes of my life in music, is like knowing that most of it is how you market yourself and how you sell yourself, and I hate selling myself. Currently, my most important thing is getting gigs and just being out there and playing.
People seeing you.
People seeing you, yeah. And I think for me, it's like, look, as long as I can play the gigs and be out there, I'm having fun. It's a labour of love, really, because when you get into music, realistically, you know, you're probably not going to make it anywhere. And if you do, well done, you know, because it's a hard thing to break into. And if you're not doing it for the love, you're just going to run yourself down, basically.
Well, I don't think there's anything stopping you. I'm absolutely loving listening to your music. It's music that I'm going to listen to after this as well. It's genuinely up. I added some of them straight to my playlist. So great.
Thank you.
I'll definitely try and catch the gig in Malden in April.
Oh, definitely. And promote it down there. Tell everyone.
Yeah.
You know, just tell everyone.
Get everyone. Phil Madison out. Heights out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for your time.
No problems.
It's been great talking to you.
It's been a pleasure. Sorry about the connectivity issues and stuff.
No, that's all right.
We got there in the end, didn't we?
Maybe we'll try and do an in-person one when your new album comes out.
Yeah, that would be great. I'll happily do that. I'll bring a guitar around and everything.
That's it. We can have some live songs. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace and love. Bye.